Oh my gosh, look at these little cars. They're so awesome.
They really
Look
are.
at them. You see them? There were 3 of them.
They must have come from some convention or something.
Yeah. So I guess with that.
Welcome to Friday, Thursday. Oh, it feels like Friday because I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. It's a good thing, but I have to drive for like 6 hours. But that's all right. That'll be fine. We'll have lots of time to talk, and it'll be really fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to not going to work because today work was awful. It really was. Went on forever. I didn't get home until 6:45 because it's mostly my fault for not being in tomorrow. But I had to get done the work that I would have gotten done tomorrow today, as well as the work I would have gotten done today. So I kind of had to do a lot, and it took a long time, but it's over now. And hopefully the other retoucher isn't driven too crazy tomorrow by everything.
But now it's later. It's like, what, 7:30 or something?
Yeah.
And we are on our way to the apartment after eating a wonderful dinner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't cook tonight.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to show you at all. But we had
Pork chop.
pork chops, we had funeral potatoes, which was like a potato cheese chive butter concoction.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. I loved it. It was so good. I almost died. It was wonderful. So
And then for dessert, and we also had these rolls that were really, really amazing. And for dessert,
dumpling type thing because
dessert was a caramel dumpling.
yeah,
right?
we had to have something without fruit. We also did have like a Jello fruit salad.
Oh yeah, that was good too with
Yeah.
the actual dinner. But
Yeah.
and then the caramel dumpling was with like French vanilla ice cream, and that as a dessert was
With
amazing.
like nuts in it as well.
Yeah.
The vanilla ice cream had nuts in it. So everything was amazing, and I didn't cook any of it. So yeah.
I mean, it's even more amazing when you don't have to cook it.
Yeah, I know.
So-
Seriously, I just gotta like relax and enjoy, because they were having some missionaries over to feed for the night, and so.
And I felt really bad because I got there so late, but they had
Yeah.
just started eating dessert, sort of. So I still got to sit there and eat, which was nice.
There's like a giant Coca-Cola truck like backing out, and it's blocking the whole street. That was ridiculous. And there was a man standing out behind it, like
directing it.
yeah. Because
Don't run
it's-
into anybody because you're totally going to.
Yeah, it's like such a huge truck. You don't really think about seeing like that big of trucks on little like.
I mean, we're like on a back road right now,
Yeah.
so it's kind of weird.
It's like there's not any houses straight on this road, but there's like. Actually, there are some straight on this road later down. But
Yeah.
right here there aren't. Anyway, but yeah, so she felt bad making me cook for like 6 different people and having an extra fancy dinner and stuff because we had like 4 different dishes. There was
A dessert.
Yeah, so 4 different dishes and a dessert. There was so the salad, the pork chops, the
Potatoes.
the fruit salad,
And rolls.
and rolls and dessert. So yeah, anyway, it was wonderful. I don't think I had the camera on me through any of that because I had my eyes closed in concentration of what did we eat because I can't even remember.
Are we gonna cut my hair tonight?
Yeah, I want to. It'd be really nice to cut Christopher's hair tonight.
We're going there right now. We're taking the suitcase back. She packed it up. I'm gonna pack it up tonight with my stuff.
Yeah.
And she's taking the car tonight so that she can come pick me up tomorrow so we can drive down to Maryland. It should be fun.
Yeah,
Our last
this-
drive down to Maryland was quite amazing, so.
This isn't the suitcase that we're taking, by the way. We're not taking that big of a suitcase for like a 4-day thing.
No.
No, instead we are taking this little blue suitcase. It's not actually that small, but I would be perfectly fine with taking like a mini suitcase, but Chris's shoes are just like the size of boats. So,
And just all my clothes are bigger and
Yeah.
thicker and take up more room than her clothes.
bulkier, and then yeah, also just he has to take like his church clothes and his church shoes and normal shoes and just so much stuff that like even if I was packing for 8 days, I could probably still fit in like a small suitcase, but Chris's clothes are just so big.
In fact, when we went to Disney World, he did pack it all in a small suitcase.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. I did. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I actually packed
That was
it
a
all
10-day
in,
trip.
like, a tiny little suitcase, didn't I?
Yeah, and that was 10 days. So,
Yeah. Anyway, so that's why we're taking a bigger suitcase, which I guess we don't have to justify. Whenever my sister goes on trips, she has a bunch of kids, and so she just packs all of their stuff in her suitcase, like packs the whole family into like one big suitcase or two big suitcases, which I think is awesome, but at the same time, like, I always packed my own suitcase when I was growing up. I always had my own bag, and I
Yeah.
guess it was just easier that way because everybody had their own bag and it was really simple. And my mom kind of just let us do whatever we wanted. We kind of ran wild, and so, I mean, in a good way though. Like, we were well behaved, but like they weren't super strict about what we were allowed to do a lot of the time, I guess. They were very particularly strict about certain things, but for the most part, not that much. And so we'd all just, my mom didn't really monitor what I packed that much. She'd occasionally give advice, being like, oh, I looked at the weather and this is what it's supposed to be like, so just take that in mind while you're packing. But yeah, I always just packed my own suitcase from the time I was like 6. I remember I had this yellow duffel bag that my sister and I had matching yellow duffel bags, and they were awesome. I like them a lot. And they had like those 2 zipper pockets at the end, and so that's where we stuck all like our shoes and stuff. And then I also packed all my own stuff for just in the car to entertain myself, which also maybe should have been monitored because I'd always explode and take up the whole car somehow, which is what still happens. Chris can attest to this. Sometimes it only looks like I'm bringing like a bag and I have my blanket and pillow and like everything's kind of confined and stuff, but then 20 minutes into our trip there was stuff everywhere. And
these are like the long trips, yeah.
Yeah,
It just kind of builds up and builds up and builds up.
my never-ending bag of bottomless, it's like a Mary Poppins bag. It's great, but it was especially bad when I was younger because I listened to cassette tapes and also CDs in the car all the time. So I always had my CD player, my Walkman, like 10 extra batteries, like my headphones, sometimes backup headphones, like 5 books, and just so much stuff. Like, I've literally brought 30 books on trips with me before just because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna be in the mood for. Like, I'm the worst at like road trip stuff because I just feel like I need to bring the whole kitchen sink with me, and it's great. And then also I would have cassette tapes come in like really bulky packaging from like the library and stuff. They package them like in super bulky packaging, and so I'd always have to bring about 10 options of that as well. So sometimes I had a whole bag just for like all my cassette tapes and CDs. And even so, when we drove to Maryland from California when I was like 5, and we had this big thing we had a 15-passenger van, and so we had this tub up front though that my mom just took all the cassettes out of the packaging and just rubber banded them all, and then we had like 50 books with us. Not really 50, we probably had about 20 books with us, and then whoever wanted to listen to it could, and then who was up front wanted to listen to anything they could, and the first 2 Harry Potter books were out by then, so we always liked listening to Harry Potter together and classics and stuff. And
That's awesome.
yeah, we always had that. I also really remember eating, what is that called? Like that peanut butter and jelly mix that they're mixed together.
Is that called something?
Yeah,
specific?
there's like a certain brand that
I have no idea. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
I'll have to look up the name.
I'll put a picture of it on.
Okay, yeah, we'll stick a picture up. But I remember eating that like so many days on our trip, and also just eating a lot of sandwiches, and I've never been a sandwich person, and so those trips were just torturous to me because I'm like, literally I'd practically be starving myself because I hated all the food, and then I would just live off of sunflower seeds because I love sunflower seeds and I've had an obsession with them since I was like 4. So lots of sunflower seeds, and my dad is a huge sunflower seed eater, like massive, and so I just got that from him. And we would take like 4 different bags, like 4 different flavors, and dump them all into one big Ziploc bag, and then shake it up and mix it together, and then it would be just like a surprise which flavor you were gonna get. Or you'd stick like 3 or 4 in your mouth at a time, so you'd get like a bunch of different flavors. It was great. I love sunflower seeds. I still do that. Sometimes I will buy several bags and then mix them up. Yeah, anyway. So, road trips.
Well, now that we've vlogged all the way home, let's go in and do stuff.
Yeah.
Giselle is left. Suitcase is packed. We did not cut my hair. It's still the same. Doesn't matter, I guess. It's probably better because I probably want it just like cut like a week or 2 before the wedding. So I'll have time to like grow out into something normal. So we'll probably do that then. So there's really no point in doing it now. I'll just let it grow out a little bit more, and then we'll cut it a little bit before the wedding, like I said. So that's okay. We got a lot of stuff done. I got quite a few more vlogs edited. I posted something on Twitter yesterday, not that it matters because of how skewed the times that you're getting these vlogs are. I posted something on Twitter yesterday that we were posting 5 vlogs that day, and I decided not to because I wanted to edit a bunch more and post them all at the same time. Just because like it feels super good to like purge a bunch out and stuff. And just like something I wanted to talk about real quick is just how much I love reading you guys' comments and how much they mean to both Giselle and I to read your comments and to read that you are interested in our daily life and to hear back from you about everything that we're doing, and it means so much and I love it so much. And even if the videos aren't very interesting sometimes, you still comment and it makes me very happy. I kind of go off on times where I'm inconsistent with answering them, which I honestly feel terrible about a lot of the time, but I hardly have enough time to edit these vlogs, let alone respond to comments, and I'm hoping that'll change sometime down the line where I'll be able to reply to all of the comments. I think that'll happen if I can finally get down the the point of a daily vlog, which is to upload 1 vlog a day and not like 10 or 11 or 12 all at once. And because like it's like super overwhelming because like all the comments happen all at once, which is lovely. It's awesome. It's the best thing ever, and it's so much fun to see all of them come in and see like each person kind of like going through each of them and commenting on each of them like as they're watching them. It's really awesome. It's a lot of fun to see, and it's like a really great time to feel like positive about the vlog and just how much time I've put into working on getting all of these released at the same time. And yeah, anyway, you're probably not going to see this until after we get back from Maryland, which we're going to leave tomorrow. It's later than it should be for me to... I should go to sleep because I have to drive a lot tomorrow. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I need to go to sleep right now, and so I can get at least a somewhat healthy amount of sleep before I have to drive for 6 hours. So I'm going to do that because we want to leave a decent enough time to get there before it gets to be too late. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.